Good morning, Sharma ji.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, कैसे?
Absolutely
Morning,
fine.
Sharma
How?
ji.
यार, अब आज मंजीत जी आ गए?
Yes,
हाँ
yes.
जी,
And
काफी अरसे के बाद देख रहा हूँ आपको.
okay, it's 12 o'clock, sir. You can welcome everybody.
He has come. Manjeet ji has come.
Yeah, Manjit is online. Yes.
Okay.
So you can welcome him, sir.
Thank you, sir. Manjeet ji, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome
Pleasure
all
is all
participants.
mine. Thank you so much.
And I'm sorry you were, you didn't have laptop and then all those problems, but they still made it. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Uh,
You can
Kamlesh
very
ji,
well understand. Yes.
I know. You explained to me. Still, you
Yes.
made it. Thank you. Really grateful.
That's,
I'm sure with your blessings, these people will learn something.
I hope so.
Ajay Kamlesh ji, thank you very
Yes.
much, sir, for giving me time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, participants. Welcome all of you. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Another good noon to everybody. This particular initiative brought to you by Sports Authority of India and Table Tennis Federation of India is only with the simple objective of making India a bigger powerhouse in sport. And in this case, it is table tennis. So I wish everybody that please make use of whatever knowledge has been shared by the experts who have achieved, who's gone through all those things. Take notes of it and ensure that you implement whatever you can. I know everything cannot be implemented, but yes, please make effort to implement whatever you can in whatever way you can. It's surely going to get you more and more and better results. Well, before I go to introduce the today's speaker, the usual instruction, all of you all will be put on mute except some people by the host. And if at all by some person who's not on mute, please put yourself, you can see the bar below on the screen, there is a mute and unmute button. So please put it on mute so that any disturbance from your side doesn't affect the speaker, number one. Number two, all Sai coaches will use the chat box to only just write their name and their place of posting. We would like to avoid any greetings of good morning, good afternoon, thank you very much. That is not for the chat. Then after that, once the talk is starting, the chat box will be only used for questions and queries. And depending on the time, we will merge the questions and we'll put it to the speaker for him to answer them. One, do not have internal communication within the chat. And now we are about to start the session. Today we have a very illustrious speaker with us who has been connected actively with the game of table tennis for 5 decades, 50 years of knowledge, 50 years of experience. He is none other than Sri Manjeet Singh Dua, Arjuna awardee, national champion, and currently the chief national coach of the country. His expertise and knowledge will definitely help you to become better. You can pass on the knowledge to your students and help them also to become better. So without taking much time, thank you, Manjeet, for sparing your valuable time coming. I know you have gone through a lot of difficulty because I would like the participants to know that Manjeet, just before the lockdown, had moved to a new place and half of his goods and equipment were at an old place. And today he didn't have anything like Wi-Fi connectivity or computer, but in spite of that, he has agreed to fulfill his commitment. That very clearly shows the quality of a sportsman to reach that level, the kind of commitment and determination one should have. So Manjeet, thank you very much for being with us. It's really a pleasure to have and wish you all the best. And the floor is yours. And now you can go ahead with the talk.
Pleasure is all mine. Well, at the outset, I would like to congratulate Sports Authority of India, TTFI, and of course you, that is Kamlesh Mehta, for giving me this opportunity to be here amongst you. Well, as we all know, we are going through a very bad phase. I'm sure you all are keeping fine at home, trying to maintain social distancing, and sure that in the absence of what we are going through, you must be doing a bit of practice, bit of training at home, which is a very healthy sign. And I look forward to chat with you in next couple of minutes. Well, for today, my topic is importance of coach and his advice. Well, as we all know, Kamlesh, if you permit me to speak in Hindi also in between, is that
you can
okay?
speak in whatever language you are comfortable. Absolutely no issue.
Thank you. हमने अक्सर देखा है कि हम इसके अलावा चर्चा भी करते रहते हैं कि खिलाड़ी लोग क्यों नहीं उभर के आते और क्यों हम ग्रास रूट लेवल पे कंसंट्रेट क्यों नहीं करते। यहाँ मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि ग्रास रूट लेवल ही हमारा एक वो शीर्ष है कि जिसमें हमको बहुत ज्यादा एम्फेसाइज कंसंट्रेट करना पड़ेगा। और मैं समझता हूँ कि जिस दिन से हम एक बच्चे को बॉल पकड़ना सिखाते हैं, बॉल बैट पकड़ना सिखाते हैं, उसी दिन से हमारे कोच की ड्यूटी शुरू हो जाती है। जब मैं कहता हूं कि कोच इज नॉट ओनली अ कोच, ही इज आल्सो हेड ऑफ द फैमिली, एंड फॉर अ कोच और हेड ऑफ द फैमिली ऑल आर इक्वल। तो मेरा कहने का माध्यम सिर्फ यही है कि हमको कोचिज के माध्यम से बहुत कुछ सीखना है और बहुत कुछ सिखाना है बच्चों को। और जैसे कि आपने बताया कि मेरा अभी contribution or मेरी involvement in table tennis is now more than 5 decades. Well, my experience has been altogether at different level as a player, as a coach, as an administrator, and thereafter I'm also looking after the Delhi State Table Tennis Association as a general secretary. Well, according to me, a good coach must have the full knowledge of the game. He should understand the latest technique, training method, step-by-step training which has to be imparted, which has to be given to the up and coming players or the freshers or maybe later on in advanced stage. And he has to have the knowledge of making a schedule of practice so that you don't give any extra burden to any player. At the same time, the scientific training and he should also understand the injury aspect. See, all this combined together, ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, अच्छी बात रहेगी एक कोच को इतनी नॉलेज होने से, ताकि वो फ्यूचर में एक अच्छा खिलाड़ी को अच्छी तरह से कोचिंग और अच्छी गाइडेंस दे सके। जैसे कि हम कहते हैं कि राइट गाइडेंस एट द राइट टाइम मेक्स ऑल द डिफरेंस। सो वो कौन कर सकता है? मैं समझता हूँ कि एक अच्छा कोच ही ये सब कुछ देख सकता है, कर सकता है और अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर सकता है। चाहे वो स्कूल लेवल के बच्चे हों, चाहे वो क्लब लेवल के हों, चाहे वो साइंस सेंटर के हों। और अब हमने देखा है कि ओवर द पीरियड हमारे देश में जितने पूर्व खिलाड़ी थे उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया, आगे बढ़ के आए हैं और उन्होंने कई एकेडमीज के माध्यम से कई सेंटर्स खोले हैं और जिससे मैं समझता हूँ कि वो अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर रहे हैं और काफी हद तक जो स्टैंडर्ड है गेम का उभर के आ रहा है। एक समय था जब हम कहते थे कि ऊपर का स्टैंडर्ड और बॉटम के स्टैंडर्ड के बीच में बहुत अंतर है। उसका प्रॉब्लम यही थी कि हमारा जो जनरल स्टैंडर्ड है जो था वो ठीक नहीं था और इस माध्यम से जो पास्ट के खिलाड़ी हैं और वो आगे बढ़ के आए हैं और उन्होंने एकेडमीज के माध्यम से बहुत ही अच्छा सब्जेक्ट फाइनल किया है और अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर रहे हैं। इसी कारण वर्ष इसी दौरान हमने देखा है कि हमारा जनरल स्टैंडर्ड बहुत उभर के आया है। तो इसका जितना शेष है मैं समझता हूँ कि हमारे अच्छे कोचिस जिनमें ये सारी क्वालिटीज हैं उनको देना चाहूंगा। और आज के जो हमने देखा है जो नए कोचिज आ रहे हैं वो खाली कोचिंग ही नहीं करते, वो एक स्पेयरिंग पार्टनर का भी रोल प्ले करते हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि इससे ये फायदा होता है कि क्योंकि एक खिलाड़ी ही अंडरस्टैंड कर सकता है लेटेस्ट टेक्निक को और ओपोनेंट को उसको किस टाइम पे किस तरह की ट्रेनिंग, किस तरह से अपने व्यूज शेयर करने चाहिए ताकि वो खिलाड़ी लेटेस्ट टेक्निक को अंडरस्टैंड कर सके और अपने देश के लिए, अपने राज्य के लिए अच्छा एक खिलाड़ी बनकर ऊपर आए, चाहे वो जूनियर लेवल का हो और मध्यम लेवल का हो या सीनियर लेवल के हो। मैं समझता हूँ यहाँ पे हमारे को अलग अलग लेवल के कोचेस की बहुत आवश्यकता है और हमारे पास काफी सेंटर्स हैं, जैसे पटियाला सेंटर है, वो काफी अच्छा देखता है, काफी अच्छी एकेडमिक के माध्यम से कोचेस प्रोड्यूस करता है। और इसके अलावा मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि टेबल टेनिस फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया जो कि अपने लेवल पे ITTF के माध्यम से कई लेवल के सेमिनार्स, कोचिंग्स के माध्यम से कई सेंटर्स में जा जाके इस गेम को डेवलप कर रहे हैं ताकि हमारे आने वाले कोचेस को बहुत फायदा हो सके, वो काफी कुछ सीख सकें। इसके अलावा मैं स्टैग को भी मुबारकबाद देना चाहूंगा कि उन्होंने भी पिछले कुछ समय में फॉर्मर वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस को बुला के उनके माध्यम से काफी टेबल टेनिस को बढ़ावा दिया है और उन्होंने इस देश में आके काफी हमारे कोचेस को, प्लेयर्स को बहुत हेल्प की है, जिससे मैं समझता हूँ कि वो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। कमलेश।
Yeah, okay. For a benefit of the participant, I'll just translate something or make a summary, brief summary in English. Firstly, Mr. Manjit Dua thanked everybody, one. Secondly, one important point that he said out here, that a coach, who's a coach job starts the moment you get a student and when you teach him how to even hold the bat for the first time. And a coach is not a coach, but he's more than the coach. He's actually head of the family. So basically, आपको अपना बच्चा जो भी what kid you have to treat him like your own son, and that feeling has to come in a coach. So by saying the head of the family means he's totally involved in it. And to be a good coach, you need to have and you should ensure that you are always constantly getting latest news on and upgrade yourself about the latest technique, latest equipment, latest trend that's happening in your particular game. You must be always open to get new knowledge from whatever source. And frankly speaking, in this modern technological world, it's one of the easiest things. Just Google. And for a coach, when he plans anything, he has to go step by step. He has to prepare step by step planning for the child. And he should see that he's not overloading him. He's making him enjoy as well. Giving him training and showing that they have good knowledge about the scientific training that is going to come as the player becomes better and better. And every player has to go through some kind of injury, some time of his career. You must have good knowledge about that injury and how to deal with it. And that makes all these qualities are very important for you to become a good coach. Other thing, over a period of time, lastly, he's mentioned that the Indian table tennis is really looking up. It's been a golden period, as we've been saying. The world over, people are taking notice of India, and it is thanks to the performance of our players. And he's crediting that these players are doing better, and more youngsters are also doing better, because today we have a lot of ranked players in all categories from India who are in top 100 of the world. And that is because ex-players who have huge knowledge and experience with them are coming back into game as a coach and giving coaching by opening academies, and through that they are passing on the knowledge to everybody, and that is also helping the standard of India improving. And such players who have played table tennis, they understand the game better, they can know the finer nuisance of the game, and they can also be a sparring partner. Another thing he said, that besides the coaching scenario and the player, there is an administrative support that also helps develop the game. And he has credited all the supportive administration coming from the government, the federation, the various private people involved. So that is how it is done. The game has gone up. So this is what up till now is said. Manjit, please carry on.
Yeah, moreover, I personally feel that coach must have the full knowledge of mental training, the concentration aspect, and the relaxation part, for recovery of physical fitness, etc. And he also has, he should also have the aspect of strategy. He should be able to focus, and he has to see the potential in the play and set the goal, load, and he should also have the capacity of to overcome all this problem and look to the meditation aspect also. As we all see, as we all know, hard work is the only way for success. It is at the same time, I personally feel that when it comes to competition level, he should remind the player that it's easy to win, but difficult to retain and maintain. For that, he has to have a very good background of a coach. Then, as we say, the right guidance at the right time, which is absolutely essential, because when we go for a competition or when we prepare for the competition, we should understand the understand our opponent, and accordingly he has to chalk out the strategy and make a schedule out of it. Then we also, as I've already mentioned, that we also have the various level of coaching level programs at under the banner of ITTF, etc. Kamlesh.
Yeah. I will now do that same thing what Manjit has said in brief in Hindi, because there are some people who would like in Hindi. Of course, Manjit has been very clear on what he said, but just उन्होंने ये कहा है कि पहले पार्ट में उन्होंने कहा है कि कोचिंग को importance in hard physical training and injuries and knowledge, but mental training यानी मन, ये बहुत important है. इसके लिए प्लेयर को अगर ऊपर जाना है तो अपने मन के पे कंट्रोल लाना है. कंट्रोल लाना आसान नहीं है. हम लोग बहुत फोकस करते हैं फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग पे, ऑन टेबल प्ले, बट बहुत हमने देखा है कि कई बार हमारे खिलाड़ी नजदीक आके क्लोज मैचेस हारते, तो हम यही कहते हैं यार हमारे में वो स्पिरिट नहीं है, हमारी मेंटल कैपेसिटी नहीं है. तो ये एक होती, क्योंकि हमने उन पे इतना ज्यादा फोकस नहीं किया. लेकिन अभी हमें ये सबको ये पता गिरा है कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है. और अभी के जो खिलाड़ी हम देखते हैं, जो शरद है, सत्यन है, हरमीत है, मनिका है वगैरह, ये इसके पे बहुत ध्यान देती है और आप उनका रिजल्ट देख रहे हैं. उसी तरह मेंटल ट्रेनिंग पे बहुत ध्यान देना है. कोच को उसके बारे में नॉलेज होना चाहिए. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि कोच को हर एक चीज में मास्टर होना चाहिए, बट आपको उनके बारे में नॉलेज होना चाहिए. आपका माइंड ओपन होना चाहिए. अगर आपके पास वो ज्ञान नहीं है तो आप किसी एक्सपर्ट, क्योंकि आजकल ये सारे फील्ड के एक्सपर्ट भी बहुत मिलते हैं, तो एक्सपर्ट के पास जाने में हिचकिचाइए नहीं, प्रोएक्टिव रहिएगा. और इसमें दूसरी बात होती है, जब इंजरी की बात होती है तो रिकवरी, क्योंकि जब एक खिलाड़ी इंजर्ड हो जाता है तो उसका मेंटल स्टेटस बहुत बुरा हो जाता है. उसको घर पे बैठ के रखो तो उस वक्त वो बहुत ही बुरा, जैसे आज हम सब घर में बैठे हैं स्पोर्ट्समैन, हमें पता है कि घर में बैठने का क्या तकलीफ हो सकती है. उसी तरह जब वो खिलाड़ी इंजर्ड होता है, वो खेल नहीं पाता है, तो सबसे बड़ा दुख उसको उस वक्त का होता है. तो वो दुख में आपको उसको कैसे उसको पॉजिटिविटी में कन्वर्ट करना, वो बहुत जरूरी. कोच को उससे रेगुलर टच में रहना चाहिए. तो ये रिकवरी का है. और हर एक प्लेयर को एक गोल बनाने में एक मदद करनी चाहिए कोच को. और जब वो गोल बनाते हैं, शॉर्ट टर्म, लॉन्ग टर्म, उसमें बैठ के साथ में बनाना चाहिए. क्योंकि कई बार होता है कि खिलाड़ी को ये पता नहीं होता है कि मैं अपना गोल कैसे बनाऊं. ये कोच को उसके साथ बैठना चाहिए, उसके हाथ पकड़ के चलना चाहिए. साथ में उन्होंने हार्ड वर्क के बारे में बात की है. हार्ड वर्क के सिवा आप कुछ भी अचीव नहीं कर सकते. मंजीत जी, आपने ये टॉप लेवल पे पहुंचे हैं, तो आप जरा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि हार्ड वर्क, जैसे आपके टाइम पे तो बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज ये नहीं थी, फिर भी आपने ये स्तर आपने अचीव किया है. तो जब मैं ये बोल दूं उसके बाद आप जरूर दर्शकों को ये बताइएगा कि किस तरह की हार्ड वर्क, किस तरह की, कहाँ से कहाँ आप ट्रैवल करते, दिल्ली में नेशनल स्टेडियम में खेलने जाते, आपकी फैसिलिटीज कितनी लिमिटेड थी, इसके बारे में भी बताएंगे तो लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. तो हार्ड वर्क के बारे में कहा है. और इम्पोर्टेंट चीज का है कोच, राइट गाइडेंस एट द राइट टाइम. आपको बार बार गाइडेंस देनी नहीं है, आपको ये देखना है, क्योंकि ये टेबल टेनिस एक इंडिविजुअल स्पोर्ट है. इंडिविजुअल स्पोर्ट में प्लेयर की इंडिविजुअल डिसीजन मेकिंग कैपेसिटी, इंडिविजुअल रिस्क टेकिंग कैपेसिटी, इंडिविजुअल एनालाइजिंग कैपेसिटी भी खुद में खुद डेवलप करनी चाहिए. हर चीज माउथ फीड नहीं होनी चाहिए. थोड़ा बहुत चीज उनको फ्री छोड़ना चाहिए ताकि वो अपने आप सोच के और करें, अपने उसका माइंड डेवलप होता है। और लास्टली, अगर आपको अच्छा कोच बनना है तो आपको अपने आप का और प्लेयर्स का रेगुलर एनालिसिस करना है और अपनी स्ट्रेटेजी जो बनाई है वो स्ट्रेटेजी बार बार रिव्यू करनी है और जो चाहे तो चेंज करनी है। That's what Manjit Dua wanted to say. So Manjit, you have done, we have heard a lot of stories that how difficult times you had. Your times were different, I wouldn't say negatively, but how did you cope up?
Well, I've been very fortunate ever since I started playing. I got the right break at the right time. I've been very fortunate that I got inspiration from my elder brother, Rajinder Dua. He was also a left-hander and he's represented at the national level. Thereafter, what happened? I could uh, I could reach at a level where I had to join a particular center. You rightly said it, National Stadium. And I was very fortunate to have Mr. Ranbir Bhandari, the former national champion and who's been the first Indian to play as professional in late 50s or early 50s. And today, I can proudly say that he's still keeping very good health. And today he's 95 years and above. I think he deserves a big round of applause. And he's still very, very active. He's been very much involved in table tennis. He keeps coming for state ranking tournaments and all that. As I said, I've been very fortunate that I had a coach like Mr. Ranbir Bhandari. He was not only a coach, he was also a sparring partner for me. He would ensure that he practices with me every day. And with the result, I could uh, understand the technique aspect at that moment. Thereafter, you rightly said hard work. I remember that time, nobody used to go for physical conditioning, nobody knew about the physical aspect. And I was, again, I would say, as I got a chance to train in North Korea for 2 months, that was way back in 1973. And I trained there for 2 months. And then I realized that how much important the physical aspect or how much role it plays in development of the game. And I remember I worked very, very hard in North Korea, worked in minus 10 degree, 18 degree for 2 months, which included the physical conditioning. And that was the time when we used to play against the pen holder players, and North Korea had the pen holder technique. And it was very difficult for us. You must be aware of this, that playing against the shake and grip, that is the European countries and the Asian countries were used to play with the pen holder. It was very, very difficult for us to understand both the techniques simultaneously. But it was very, I've been, as I said, repeatedly, I've been saying that I've been very fortunate to train along with the North Korean players. And thereafter, I picked up the physical aspect and I improved. And then I realized, and after seeing me, this concept of physical conditioning training in India, I would say I must have been the first one to start this physical conditioning aspect.
Yeah, can you tell us something more about North Korea? I mean, you trained, what kind of training that you went through?
See, it covered everything. The stroke practice, the service receiving, and playing away from the table, because the pen holder players normally play most of the time only the forehand. So playing against them was altogether a different experience and different technique we had to adopt. And after coming from there, after playing for 2 months there with pen holder people, I was finding very difficult, very tough to play against the shake-hand player in Delhi. And to overcome all this, I really had to change, adjust myself to overcome that problem. And thereafter, I didn't look back for almost a decade. I must have been the youngest to become national champion at the age of 18. And as I said earlier, that I was fortunate again that my coach told me that just keep in mind so that this will help you in future to retain and maintain. For that, one has to do bit of extra hard work. So thereafter, I had got so used to training in the morning, thereafter morning practice, and also in the evening, as scheduled in North Korea.
मंजीत ने जो कहा मैं जस्ट दोहराऊंगा. उसके पहले मैं ये कहूँगा कि मंजीत ने जो कहा कि भाई उस वक्त फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग का कोई कंसेप्ट ही नहीं था, ये मैं खुद एक्सपीरियंस मैंने किया है. क्योंकि जब मैं जूनियर था और जब मैं खेलने शुरू किया तो यह हालांकि वैसे होता है कि आप अपने सीनियर्स को देख के आप उसको फॉलो करते हो, तो उसी तरह हम भी हमारे सीनियर्स जो थे उसको फॉलो करते थे. तो हम टेबल पे जरूर खेलते थे. उस वक्त तो ये था कि एक ही सेशन खेलते थे. जो एकदम टॉप प्लेयर थे वो कभी कभार वीक में 3 बार 2 सेशन खेलते थे, तो मेजोरिटी हम एक बार ही खेलते थे. और फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग तभी होती जब नेशनल आती थी. तो मुझे याद है कि जब हमारे फर्स्ट नेशनल जब मैं खेलने गया तो हमारे यहाँ पे प्लेयरों ने एक कैंप रखा था बॉम्बे में. तो दैट वाज द ओनली फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज दैट वी यूज्ड टू डू एटलीस्ट इन मुंबई. तो उसी तरह उस वक्त फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट ट्रेनिंग का एस्पेक्ट बहुत अलग था. इंपॉर्टेंट टूर्नामेंट आती तब जाते थे और इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर भी साल में 1 या 2 होते थे. और मंजीत ने जैसे ये कहा कि उन्होंने ये जिक्र किया कि उनको फैमिली सपोर्ट बहुत मिला है, तो ये बहुत जरूरी है. किसी आप 90% प्लेयर्स को सुनेंगे तो ये कहेंगे कि आपका व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर यू टू बीइंग वेयर यू आर, वो फैमिली को जरूर कहते हैं. तो फैमिली एक बहुत बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन, जो मैंने अपने स्पीच में कहा था कि फैमिली इज द बिगेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूशन फॉर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स में. और उन्होंने ये जिक्र की रणबीर भंडारी जी की, तो यहाँ के साई कोचेस बहुत सारे हैं. तो मैं ये कह दूंगा कि रणबीर भंडारी सर was the first Indian who was invited to participate in the German professional league circuit. और वो NIS के चीफ कोच रह चुके हैं till he retired for almost about 20 years, and many of the top coaches have passed under his hand. And I was also had the opportunity to see him in action and also learn a lot of things from him. And he is 95 and still so active, and that's a great achievement. एंड ये और इससे हमें ये सीखना पड़ता है कि आप कितने भी बड़े खिलाड़ी हो तो आपको एक ग्रेटफुल रहना है आपके परिवार की तरफ, अपने कोचेस की तरफ. ये बहुत एक महत्वपूर्ण क्वालिटी है जो हमें हमारे स्टूडेंट्स में इम्बाइब करनी है. और दूसरी बात ये है कि नॉर्थ कोरिया में उन्होंने 2 महीने की ट्रेनिंग की थी. नॉर्थ कोरिया इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टेबल टेनिस प्लेइंग नेशंस में. वहाँ पे 10 डिग्री में उन लोग आउटडोर ट्रेनिंग करना बहुत मुश्किल है, लेकिन 2 महीने करके उन्होंने अपने गेम को एक टर्निंग पॉइंट समझा है. उसके बाद आने के बाद उन्होंने जिस तरह से फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग का एक कंसेप्ट स्टार्ट किया, बहुत लोगों ने बाद में फॉलो किया और वो नेशनल चैंपियन बने एट द यंग एज ऑफ सीनियर नेशनल चैंपियन. क्योंकि उस वक्त 2 ही इवेंट होती थी, जूनियर एंड सीनियर्स. तो वो सीनियर में जूनियर अप टू 17 इयर्स होता था उस वक्त. तो इमीडिएटली जूनियर से निकलते ही उन्होंने सीनियर नेशनल चैंपियनशिप, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अचीवमेंट है. यस मंजित, प्लीज गो ऑन.
अगर हम चर्चा करें तो आजकल के सिनेरियो में हम देखते हैं कि आजकल जितने भी हमारे अच्छे खिलाड़ी उभर के आए हैं, मैं समझता हूँ उन सबके पीछे एक अच्छे कोच का हाथ है, चाहे वो पर्सनल कोच है, चाहे वो प्रोफेशनल कोच है. और अगर देखें तो उनको अच्छी ट्रेनिंग जो कि अच्छी कंपटीशन भी साथ के साथ देती है. वो मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि हमारे अभी जो प्रेजेंट खिलाड़ी हैं ये सब विदेशों में खेल रहे हैं, अच्छी प्रोफेशनल लीग खेल रहे हैं. तो मैं समझता हूँ कि वहां पर भी एक अच्छे कोच का ही हाथ है और ये क्वालिटी उन कोचेस में है. क्योंकि मैं को याद है अपना टाइम आफ्टर मिस्टर रणबीर भंडारी, आई थिंक आई मस्ट हैव बीन द second Indian to play as professional league in Germany in Bundesliga in early 80s or 81. That was again a very, very good time for me, period for me as far my table tennis is concerned. I was fortunate to play along with Anton Stepancic, who was men's singles runners-up in the Calcutta World Championship. He was my teammate. And I saw that it is so well organized, and by virtue of playing with European and Asian players there, it really helps you a lot. And today, most of our players, they are training abroad, they are playing abroad, and that is the way we can produce, we can give results, and all our present players are extremely doing well at the world level. They have achieved almost all targets, but it's very unfortunate that for some reason, of course, the reason is very well known to all of us. The Olympic is not will not be held this time, but let's keep our fingers crossed that same team, same players will remain there and will continue to work hard and look forward to achieve the forthcoming goal. Kamlesh.
मंजित है, हमें ये बताया है कि ये ओलंपिक्स जो इस बार नहीं हो रही है, हमारे इनफैक्ट ये दो तरीके से लोगों ने लिया है. कई लोगों ने कहा है कि ये अच्छा नहीं हुआ है कि ओलंपिक पोस्टपोन हुए, किसी को पसंद तो है ही नहीं. और कई लोगों जैसे सत्यन ने बहुत अच्छा कहा है, पॉजिटिवली कहा है कि मुझे 1 साल और मिलेगा ट्रेनिंग के लिए. तो ये दो जरिया है जो हम किसी चीज को देख सकते हैं, पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव. और ये कह सकता हूँ कि सत्यन ने पूरी पॉजिटिव तरीके से लिया, लेकिन कई लोगों ने इतनी मेहनत की थी तो उनको डिसअपॉइंटमेंट लगता है कि भाई मैंने इतनी मेहनत की थी, मैंने अपना शेड्यूल, क्योंकि सभी का शेड्यूल बहुत लंबा होता है और 1-1 साल का शेड्यूल बनाते हैं ताकि वो अपने आप उस वक्त पीक में पहुंच सके. और ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बात है कि ओलंपिक्स इज द बिगेस्ट स्पोर्ट, बिगेस्ट इवेंट इन द स्पोर्टिंग वर्ल्ड. और सभी का ये ड्रीम होता है कि ओलंपिक में खेले और वहां पे जाके अच्छा करे और अपना देश का नाम रोशन करे. तो ओलंपिक के बारे में मंजीत ने ये कहा है कि हमारे पास और 1 साल है ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए, तो हमें ये मेहनत करनी है कि सबको अपना अपना नॉलेज बढ़ा के आगे बढ़ना है. यस मंजीत.
अभी हमने ये देखना है कि इस साल हम क्या कर सकते हैं अपने खिलाड़ियों के लिए, अपने कोचेस के लिए, क्योंकि अभी हाल ही में हमारी जो फेडरेशन की AGM हुई है उसमें इस प्रकार के कई विषय उठे और जिस पे चर्चा की गई और अपनी तैयारी भी सब ने शो की और ये डिसाइड किया कि अगर हालात सुधरते हैं तो हम अपनी एक्टिविटी को पहले की तरह इस बार फिर हम अच्छा करेंगे. मगर हमको अब ये भी देखना है कि इंटरनेशनल फेडरेशन का जो शेड्यूल है, कैलेंडर है, उससे मैच कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, जिसकी हमको इंतजार है. और जिसके साथ साथ स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया हमको पूरी सपोर्ट करती है. कई स्कीम्स हैं उनकी, ACTC टॉप्स की. अब ये सबको मद्दे नजर में रख के हमको इंतजार करना पड़ेगा और आने वाले समय में देखते हैं कि ये हालात सुधरें तो टेबल टेनिस एक उसी मकाम पे दोबारा आती है और शुरू होती है. और हमारे ये खिलाड़ी जिनको एक बहुत बड़ा सेटबैक मिला है और वो इससे बाहर निकलेंगे और अपनी परफॉर्मेंस को फिर एक बार अच्छा करेंगे. कमलेश.
Manjit Dua just mentioned that right now everybody is in a wait and watch mode. Nobody is sure in this what is going to happen after 15 days. So that's why you see 15 days, things are taking decision depending on the current situation. Of course, nobody is happy about this current situation, but yes, we have to make use of it. And Federation has discussed with Federation and Sports Authority of India, and they are awaiting the calendar from ITTF on basis of which the various calendar of national calendar also will be made. And however, in spite of all these things, SAI and TTFI has initiated this project, this particular program. And the thing is that coaches who are the backbone of any development of any sport, the coaches enhancement is very important. And that is through this platform, they would like to share the knowledge so that coaches are motivated. One, they get new ideas, new knowledge, and maybe some of the things which they like of what has been spoken, they can implement and enhance their skill and benefit the game. That's it. Manjit. Yeah.
Yes, we are very happy by way of different modes. All these players, the present lot of players, they are training some way or the other at home, and they are very focused. They're very clear in their mind what has to be done. I'm sure with their planning, hard work, you will be on top again, because the confidence, the kind of experience you people have are tremendous, and that will uh, morale, the boost of our young players also, who are looking forward of playing with you all sooner or later. Kamlesh.
Yes, I think it was very clear what Manjit said. So if anybody has any queries, you please put the query on the chat so we can definitely go into the question answer. Manjit, you have anything else to add, you can add. And then if not, then we can go into the question answer session where there are a lot of questions already put up by some people.
Okay, go ahead, Kamlesh.
Okay, fine. I have one question for you, Manjit, before we start with the questions from here. We have seen you as junior, we watched you, you had a wonderful high toss service that time. Well, high toss was very new during that time, but you developed it so fast. What did you do to be ahead of your service? Because your services were very good. What is it that you did to make your services so good?
Kamlesh, as I told you that I trained in North Korea for 2 months. This concept was there in North Korea. From there I picked up, I learned. And you won't believe, Kamlesh, I used to train at least 5,000 of service in a day. That's how I really developed my service and third ball attack, which really helped me to maintain my performance for almost a decade, as you must be knowing.
Yes.
Because we have also played together on a couple of occasions. But this was my main
this
technique,
is a lot of
I would say.
This is a lot of learning for you. He was serving 5,000 services every day almost. And his two strong points were very good serve and a fantastic forehand and a stylish forehand third ball attack, which I still remember, very beautiful style. And this, so much of hard work is required for you to not only reach, but also to maintain again and again. That is one point, Manjit. And you had a very long career. What was it that helped you? What are the qualities that you always followed to see that you have I mean, you had, I think, a good 20 at that time. People would normally hang up the boots or rackets at the age of 24, 25, but you consistently played till you left. So what was the secret?
Well, it was just right guidance at the right time, and the been almost a month I am locked up in a house. But this is more important. I have been brought up in Karol Bagh, and both these places are in Karol Bagh. And I would ensure at least once a week I would visit both these places, or bring back, pack the things and bring home and have it with the family. I'm sure many of our top players, including Sharath and all, must be aware of this. And I recall once the former world badminton champion Prakash Podikon also visited that place, and he's fond of all this. Kamlesh.
Yeah, I think during your time, there was hardly any knowledge about diet, sports diet, or even sports science. Support was not even heard of. I mean, of course, everybody has a choice, but one has to take his own decision. And dietary suggestions. Would you have any dietary suggestion for the upcoming generation? That's the second part of the question.
Well, now we have so many methods. There are dietitians involved, there are physicians involved, then there are various other methods, so many factors involved in bringing up the player. And our players are very fortunate to have all this in them. And I think they have to have more of a calories food, which really includes a lot of carbohydrates and things like this, but depending on the age of the player and the fitness of the player and the amount of hard work he or she puts in, it is calculated accordingly.
यस
Please.
इसमें मंजीत ने ये बहुत साफ कह दिया है कि डाइटरी सजेशन बहुत टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट है। आजकल हमारे पास बहुत वेरिएशन डाइटिशियन मिल रहे हैं, पहले नहीं मिलते थे, अभी है। आपको किसी की डाइट कॉपी करनी नहीं है। आपकी बॉडी और उनकी बॉडी में फर्क है, और आपकी एज वगैरह, आप कितना वर्कआउट करते हैं, कितना आप बर्न आउट करते हैं, आपको क्या जरूरत है, कौन सी गेम खेलते हो, इसके बेसिस पर आपका मेडिकल रिपोर्ट लिया जाता है बिफोर अ डाइटिशियन गिव्स योर डाइट। तो प्लीज एक है कि डोंट जस्ट पिकअप फ्रॉम योर यूट्यूब वगैरह कि ये डाइट अच्छा है, वो डाइट अच्छा है। इनकी ये है कि एक्सपर्ट्स अवेलेबल है, आप थोड़ा इन्वेस्ट कीजिए उसमें और एक्सपर्ट की सर्विसेज लीजिए, ताकि आपको राइट गाइडेंस मिलेगा और जो आपको सूट होता है। जो सूट मुझे होगा वो आपको सूट नहीं होगा, हो भी सकता है बट लेकिन नहीं हो, वो चांसेस भी है, वो रिस्क मत लीजिए। तो बेसिकली बिलीव एंड फॉलो द गाइडेंस ऑफ द एक्सपर्ट। जैसे टेबल टेनिस में आप कोच की फॉलो करते हैं, उसी तरह डाइट में आपको डाइटिशियन की फॉलो करना ये अनिवार्य है। हाँ, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये भी आपके लिए है कि यू आर अ लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर। तो इसमें ये कहा है कि इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू प्ले फॉर अ राइट हैंडर टू प्ले अगेंस्ट अ लेफ्टी। व्हाट वुड यू सजेस्ट फॉर दैट प्लेयर टू गेट यूज्ड टू एंड improve playing against the lefty?
See, left-hander always has an edge, an advantage against the right-hand player. But at the same time, it's difficult to play against left-hander. That is also there. But the only thing is, you have to have uh, practice against the left-hander. There's no way out unless you train from the other direction, so that the opponent feels that he's practicing or playing with the left-hander. There's no other way out.
So,
or the other alternate is when during camps you can practice against the left-hander, because you get to see but especially in Europe, there are quite a lot left-hander players playing, and it's difficult unless and until you have a good practice against the left-hander. Kamlesh.
बहुत सही कहा कि लेफ्टी प्लेयर हो या कोई भी किस्म का खिलाड़ी हो, जैसे ज्यादातर राइट हैंडेड प्लेयर होते हैं तो लेफ्टीज कम होते हैं, तो सबको लेफ्टीज के साथ खेलने में प्रैक्टिस का मौका नहीं मिलता है, और उनके लेफ्टीज के जो एंगल होते हैं वो राइटीज से एग्जैक्टली ऑपोजिट होते हैं। अगर लेफ्टीज के साथ नहीं खेलते हो तो आपको शुरुआत में लेफ्टीज को खेलना मुश्किल होता है। लेकिन जी द बेस्ट वे इज कि जो अगर आपको जो तकलीफ है तो वो ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करो। तो आप किसी लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर, चाहे वो किसी लेवल का हो, आप किसी टीम में या तो उसको बुला के उसके बाद प्रैक्टिस करो, तो आपको उसके एंगल्स के बारे में पता चलता है, और उसी तरह ही आपको वो एक स्ट्रेटेजी और एनालिसिस भी हो जाती है, क्योंकि जिस प्लेयर के साथ आप वीक हो उसके साथ ज़्यादा खेलो तो आपको उसके साथ ज़्यादा कंफर्ट हो जाता है और आप अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर सकते हो उसके साथ। या और दूसरा एक का है कि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है मंजीत की players are working very hard and they play well in practice, but they are not able to get the result in match. What should the coach do and what should the coach advise the player?
See, there is a saying, everybody can't get everything, but you have to be lucky to get a right break at the right time. That's number one. Number two is one should never lose heart. There is always a day when you overcome all this. And as we see, the hard work is the only way for success. There is no shortcut in this. So you have to have different strategies at different time. You have to plan, we have to chalk out differently, you have to consult, you have to practice with different players, see how good are you against the defense, or you find it difficult, you have to practice against the defensive player. There's no way that you can beat him by playing in 1 or 2 sessions. Similarly, you have to be very, very aggressive, mentally, physically, and strong. You have to be mentally very strong if you have to come to the top level. Kamlesh.
Yes. Yeah, ये है कि if a player is not playing well, what is it, change strategy. अब strategy change करने के लिए आपको first तो analyze करना है कि वो practice में क्या कर रहा है और match में क्या कर रहा है. बहुत बार हमने देखा है कि कई खिलाड़ी प्रैक्टिस में कुछ अलग खेलते हैं लेकिन मैच में कुछ अलग ट्राई करते हैं. तो ये आपको पहले जानना है कि वो मैच में जो करना चाहते हैं वो प्रैक्टिस में करते हैं क्या. तो इसके लिए एनालाइज करना जरूरी है और उसके बाद आप स्ट्रेटेजाइज करो कि अगर उसके बाद भी अगर नहीं आता है तो उसको एम चेंज करनी पड़ेगी. या तो उस पर्टिकुलर फोकस में आप मल्टी बॉल के साथ प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो, शैडो प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो और उसी तरह के प्लेयर के साथ खेल सकते हो. बट देयर इज नो सब्स्टिट्यूट फॉर हार्ड वर्क. ये मंजीत दुआ का कहना था इस क्वेश्चन पे. या what are the measures that you suggest for players to develop their mental capacity?
Very good question. See, you always have a goal to achieve. If that is not there, there's no use of any hard work. And you have to, once you set a goal, you have to have a proper strategy. As I just said, there's again no shortcut in this. Because most of the time this has been observed, this has been seen by us and the coaches. The players are finding it difficult to overcome this problem. Kamlesh.
Yes, that is right. There's another question that has come up. You mentioned about ITTF level courses that have been held. So is there any course that's being held this year?
Well, we have to wait for the clearance from ITTF because last year this was not held. A year before last was the last we had this course. Most probably this year will be again very, very difficult to say because under the present scenario, nothing can be said at the moment. Of course, online you can always see TTFI website and see, or through your association, you will come to know about this.
And how effective is training with a robo vis-a-vis training with a coach and sparring partner?
See, at the present scenario, robo is definitely very, very effective. Robo helps a lot in many ways. It sets your action, it sets your footwork. You can use your power. You can adjust various angles. You can accordingly you can train yourself. It definitely helps your what should I say, the eye reflection,
eye-hand coordination.
Yes, eye and hand coordination. It sets it beautifully. Kamlesh.
Yes, robo के साथ खेलना you can play with at any level, from beginner to now. Such robos are there, even the top level players can play. And when you don't have sparring partner, it's one of the best way. Or even if you want to improve your specific footwork, your hand movement, hand-eye coordination, or timing, etc., it can be suited for various. And there's a lot of variation also in that. Well said, Manjeet. Next is we covered the diet and about equipment. What is the importance of having the correct equipment? One, or how important it is, and secondly, how to select a good correct equipment?
Again, a very good question, Kamlesh. I think it's hard to reply this. Depending on the child's ability, child's strength, his interest in particular stroke, how good or how strong he is in playing forehand or backhand, close to the table, away from the table, because we have been seeing different equipment from long time. There have been a lot of development over the period, and now the equipment which has come up and most of our players are playing, it is giving tremendous amount of speed and spin. And of course, though the life is little less, but you really see the quality of table tennis in this. It depends on the individual player at what level he is playing at, or what kind of equipment he or she needs to play with.
I agree with you, Manjeet. During our time, we were really very fortunate, even during your time and our time, that we had very limited choice of rubbers and equipment available. So we didn't really have much to choose upon. But today, in the current scenario, there are about more than 500 plies, 1,000 rubbers, variety of rubbers available, and every 6 months we get new and new rubber. So it's really a very difficult thing. But yes, what Manjit has said is that one equipment that is good for me is not good. That stands for in any sport. You have to find the right equipment for yourself. Sometimes it's trial and error method. Just because it's a good rubber or it's been played by the topmost player, it will suit you. It is not so. Please use your own judgment, your own feeling, and discuss it with your coach, because sometimes you yourself may not be able to make that. So the two you and your coach have to decide what is a, because all the rubbers that are made are approved by ITTF and they're all of good quality. Only thing is everybody has different characteristics. So you just need to try and see which suits you the best. And in fact, top players also have this trouble. Let me tell you, Sarad also in between had this problem of getting the right kind of rubber. He went on changing something. He tried out something worked, something didn't work. So don't be scared of trying out. There is one very lot of queries coming, Manjit, is that we have been talking that during your time and now time, there's huge change in the scenario and this outlook towards sports and especially table tennis. Can you just highlight upon the times that when you were doing, what kind of training that you were taking and what are the changes now, what kind of facilities or exposure you got and what are the exposure getting to the players now?
Yeah, Kamlesh, the time has changed, the infrastructure has changed, the equipment has changed. Overall, if you see, the table tennis has from looking angle, it's become beautiful, especially when you're watching some of the top matches, it becomes all the more interesting. Our time was with the limited resources, we used to be very happy when we could play on wooden flooring. Now the flooring has changed, the synthetic flooring has come in, different colors of tables, balls, which has become very, very aggressive, very impressive to watch. And with the multicolor of kitting, you see, especially on TV, it's become so beautiful. It gives a tremendous look when you're watching them playing. Kamlesh.
What are the kind of conditions in which you trained or you played your tournaments? Can you highlight them? You know, because maybe people have not seen such conditions. So then how, I think the National Stadium was a very small hall that you were playing. Can you tell something about it at that time and how, in spite of that, you could play at that level? So that's why people are very interested in knowing that.
Well, that hall was built for 1952 Asian Games in Delhi, and it was a dining hall that time, which had a concrete flooring and just 4 tables. So you can imagine how difficult it used to be for us. We used to use water for our shoes because it used to be very slippery, and playing on the slippery floor, you can imagine the amount of injury you can anticipate. And we have seen that time. It was a really tough time. And most of the time we have played on concrete flooring. And in very few places in India, we had this wooden flooring, which used to be very, very different. And we used to love playing on wooden flooring. And now also we find these problems still persist and exist in most of the states, but TTFI has made it mandatory to use synthetic flooring, which is a very, very good thing and good thing for all of us. Kamlesh.
I agree with you that key synthetic flooring, playing every match on the synthetic flooring makes a player used to the international condition well in advance, and that also could be one of the reasons it is helping our players to perform better at the international level. Yes, Biswajit, I think something has gone wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yes. During your time, you mentioned it's a dining hall which was converted into a table tennis hall. It is totally slippery, more suitable for skating. But in spite of that, playing in those small and such conditions, you could perform at national and international consistently over a number of years. So that's a really great thing. What would you like to add on that?
See, uh, we never had any other choice to practice or train. We used to focus that whatever results we have to give, we have only this option available and we have to take the best out of it. And that's what we did. Only thing was the players' interest. They really motivated each other. And we used to really, that hall was, the best part is the hall was available with us for round the clock. We could come anytime, we could train anytime. Even late in the evening, we could train because most of the time the timing were 5 to 7, 5 to 7:30. Thereafter also, some of us were given permission to play till 11, 12 in the night. And we really took advantage of this and retained our performance and maintained my position.
Great. Now, just two more questions we'll take with looking at the time. One is said that how difficult it is for a parent to coach his child, and what strategy one parent who's also a coach should follow. What advice would you give for a parent?
Sorry, I didn't get this, Kamlesh. What is it?
Okay, I'll repeat again.
Hmm.
What advice would you give to a parent who's also the coach of the player, who's a coach and a parent both? So what advice would you give? What kind of precaution you would like? Because many times they get too over involved. So what guidance you would like to give to the parents who are also coaches of the players?
That's a very interesting question. Kamlesh, I remember one moment in one of the camp. Uh, uh, After the camp, we get a break for about half an hour or so. And my family was visiting. My daughter was there and she wanted to play. And I said, okay, come and play few knocks with me. So I made her play and she really uh, could play a few knocks. Thereafter, I had something else to do. I ensured I made somebody else to play with her for a couple of minutes. And that was the time. And you know what happened in the late in the evening when we went back home? I said, how was it? How did you enjoy? And she replied, पापा आपको तो ठीक नहीं आता खिलाना वो अंकल ने बहुत अच्छा खिलाया. You get my point? See, playing at home, playing with uh, just one person will not be suffice, will not solve the purpose. Theoretically, mentally, he can help you out. Physically, he can guide you. But the main exposure, the main practice, unless and until you practice with many players of different variety, it's very difficult that you will get results. Kamlesh.
Yes, one last question before we end up this session. What is your vision for India in the next Olympics?
Well, it's very unfortunate that this year has been under the present scenario, players having done so well in the last 2-3 years as per the ACTC of SAI and under the top scheme, the players have been doing extremely well, not only in India, in most of the international tournaments, whether it's Pro Tour, whether it is platinum activity or whether it's league abroad. They have been very focused all along. But it was very unfortunate as far as the team is concerned that we lost 1-2 matches narrowly and we could not qualify as a team for the Olympics. But we certainly have a very good chance that some of our players will play in the Olympics, whether in 21 or if at all it holds in 21. Most of our players will definitely participate in the forthcoming Tokyo Olympic in 2021.
Thank you very much. That's all. participants, thank you for your cooperation. And once again, I would like to thank Sports Authority of India and Table Tennis Federation of India and Manjit Singh Dua, our Chief National Coach, to spare his valuable time, experience, and share his knowledge with us. And coming all the way, in spite of all the limitations that he had. Thank you, Manjit, once again from all our side.
कमलेश जाते जाते अगर इजाजत दोगे तो मैं कुछ कहना चाहूंगा.
Please, please, please.
हाल ही में हम सब ने टीवी पे अपने प्रधानमंत्री जी को बोलते सुना है कि जान है तो जहान है. यहाँ पे मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि अच्छा कोच है तो अच्छा खिलाड़ी है.
Wow,
Thank you,
both well modulated. Thank you, Manjit. That's a really good message to all of us. Biswajit, can you put the slide for tomorrow's speaker? Yes, that is the. Can you?
Thank you, Kamlesh. Kamlesh, is it over?
Yeah, almost over. Yeah, just another 1 minute. This is
I
the
see.
message for tomorrow. Tomorrow, again, same time, same meeting ID. We have Mr. Peter Engel from Germany, all the way, international coach. He was also a foreign coach for the Indian team. And he will be speaking on how to measure success in practice and advantage of measuring it. It's going to be a very interesting topic. Request all the participants to join well in time for tomorrow's 25th April, 12 to 1 is Peter Engel. And Vishwajit, can you put the slide for sports science?
Chalo, with this, Kamlesh, all the best for the rest of the programs.
Thank you, Manjit. Thank you, Manjit. And that's the slide. This is a very important announcement. Sports Authority of India to enhance the skills, sports science knowledge about amongst the coaches, which Manjit just mentioned in his speech, is very, very important for becoming a good coach and producing better players. So please join in, and there's a login webinar ID, which is the same. Those who have joined in yesterday, please do join again. Those who have not been able to join, do join in and take the best out of it, and so that you can enhance your